replay crew, I appreciate you. Um, excuse me. What we're going to be using today is the Eternal Beauties palette from Notoriously Morbid. This is our first anti-Valentine's Day look, and this is what the palette looks like. So we have whatever shade that is, a gray, a metallic deeper gray, a green gray matte, that shade light pink, purple metallic. This one is like a charcoal matte, metallic red, metallic black, matte black. Both of these show up on me the same. Both of these show up on me the same. So we are sticking with traditional Valentine's Day colors as far as like the red and the purple, and then there's that. This is more of like a orangey pink. To me, in person, it doesn't look like a straight pink. It almost looks like a peach, a pinky peach. But that's what we're going to be using today. The remainder of our anti-Valentine's Day looks are going to be all sorts of wild colors because y'all know we do wild stuff here. So let me do the intro. You know what? I'll do that when I'm finishing my brows. We have one from this brand, Ustelier, the Rose Eye Mask. I put them on at 20 of, and it says 15 to 20 minutes. And so we are going to take those off. I am trying to, well, not trying to, but I'm making conscious effort to use my eye patches more often. Thanks to my first cousin who had, when I was talking about eye patches, she's like, oh, I use them 2-3 times a week. And I'm thinking, I use them like once a month. Um, and so that motivated me to use them. And the best time is like right before live streams, right? Because then put them on and then just wait. So it doesn't take any extra time out of my day. So anyway, hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Hey, Tanya, the bottom line here for the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand for here. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation means. That's our motto. If it's your first time hearing it, I hope it resonates with you. If you've heard it before, I do hope that it has become one of your daily affirmations, just to love yourself for who you are. Hey, Janet. And yeah, love yourself for who you are, regardless of what you have on your face. Two things about me. One is I curse because I curse sometimes. And the other thing is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos and in particular in live streams. I try to be aware of him to say, excuse me. So that is that. So I started my brows before I sat here. Well, I had to sit here to do my brows. Um, but as you see, I didn't finish. I have not been up long. I slept very well today. Oh my gosh, I feel so good. And I seldom feel really good. Um, and I have my amazing mango Boathouse Farms, which tastes a little bitter because I brushed my teeth before I came over here. So, but usually it is like very good. And it does still taste good. So today we're using the Eternal Beauties palette. This is look number 1 of our anti-Valentine's Day looks. And I was thinking today was the 1930s look. And so I was already like, you know, I had a palette out to do that look. The 1930s didn't differ too much from the 1920s. They still had, you know, that thin brow. And the 1940s, I think, still had the thin brow too. And 1930s also, you know, the pop and blush. And it said for lip like a red or orange, but then it said a dark lip. How dark does a red or an orange go? You know what I mean? So that kind of confused me a little bit. But I think that's tomorrow. And I think why I'm thrown off, other than normally being thrown off, is because I shifted all the lives because Tuesday I was not able to be here. We're going to leave the brows just like this, as I say, as I fill in just a little bit more. So we're not changing the shape that we have. We were just filling in a little bit here. Hung Ringo, he calls it back stroking or back brush, where he'll go this way instead of like how I'm going this way. He'll go this way because he says it gets um, in between the lashes better. And I have tried it and it does work, but you know, I like my brows to look natural, and the way he does them, they do look natural. These are not in the same place. Do I want to do more? No. And everybody's brows look like this. Hey, Kelsey, how are you? Welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. So I'm going to show y'all what we're using. I know I just had said it. And then we're going to... My eyes are tearing. So this is Eternal Beauties Notoriously More, but I do have a 15% off code down below. It is affiliated. They don't sell this anymore. A lot of palettes they don't. I think they only have maybe now like 13 palettes because they discontinued a lot. So this is the color story for those who have not seen it. Excuse me. How you doing today, Kelsey? Hey, Nick. How are you? You see the vision. Thank you. So this is the color story we're working with. This will be the most traditional Valentine's Day look, even though this is our first anti-Valentine's Day look because it has this shade and the reds. These two show up exactly the same on me, so I was a little like, why? Like they look different. This is a metallic. This is a matte. This is a metallic. You see particles in there, right? And this is a matte. These show up exactly the same on me. And as I said, so do these. I do like this palette, though. I do have a playlist for this palette if you want to see the other looks that I have done. And so let's get into the face. I don't really have anything in particular to talk about today. Excuse me. Some notification popped up. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I dance. Sometimes when I do know what I'm doing, I dance. Yeah. City Beauty Brightening Eye Cream, even though I did just have that eye patch on. So yesterday, I did post it on Instagram, and that was my submission for the Creative Art with Heart collab. The theme was transformation, and for some reason, and I know what the reason is because my brain just does what it does. When I do those prompts, like I always have like this elaborate, so-called, I call it elaborate story about, you know, what I'm thinking about or what my thought process was behind the look. And someone commented, other than Leah Evangelista, and I do tag her in those videos, and of course on Instagram. And she usually, well, she comments very detailed comments to everybody's look who submits something. But another person had said that not only did they love the look, but they love like the things that the prompt caused me to think about. And so I don't know, some of you have seen it because I know your names and I see that you've liked it over there on Instagram. But I was saying how when I first saw that picture, I wanted to recreate that. And it was just like, okay, where does it fit? And it looked like the face was, I got something on my screen. The face was duplicitous because you can see like her features, the way her picture was and the way the colors were. And then you see a different color, like just off-centered from where the first color was. And so it looked like it was a blur. And so that made me think about how not only just transformations, but how we as people, I'm not going to put anything on my nose. I mean, under my nose. Well, what I usually put there for the discoloration, I should say. And it made me think about how we as human beings, like we're duplicitous at times. And I started thinking about like how we grow and how we change and how we evolve and who we were, you know, last year is now who we are today. And so there's times where it's like, who are you? And sometimes we may not even really know like who we are. And so all of this is what I was thinking about. So you see me here, but then you see a shift when you look at me. And that's who I'm changing into, who I'm evolving into, who I'm transforming into. And so all of that just off of that prompt and off of that inspiration picture. And so the other lady that commented was just like, wow, like the things you think about when you do these prompts, they were like, wow. And so I may or may not do that look again. And I say that because a lot of times when I say I'm going to recreate a look, I just don't get to it. But I do know now I am that if I do recreate it, I'm going to do the sides different because I didn't like that. So in the pictures, I'm like, put my hand is over the part that I didn't like. And even with hiding that, that goes into, our transformations, our duplicitousness, and when we're growing, when we're evolving, when we're changing, there still may be something about ourselves that we don't quite like. And so we try to cover it up. So even that had something to say about um, the prompt and the picture. And I think I did just do a picture just like this without my hands on my face. And so you did see some hints of what was on the sides. But if you watch the video, I think it'll air on Sunday. You'll actually see what I did and me saying like why I don't like it. But the sides I didn't like. But like the center face part, I really loved it. Hey, Haywood, my boo thing. And so I really enjoyed that prompt. And I had put it on Janessa's community tab. And I said, this may not fit it, but, I didn't have anything to lose. And so can I use that look for her electric blue, the real color of the year prop? Because it was supposed to be the pink and red look. Y'all saw it. The colors did look pink and red, but on my skin, they did not. And so Janessa commented, absolutely, that fits the electric purple. And so, yes, I knocked out that collab. I knocked out the Creative Art with Heart collab afterwards. And so I'm like, so now I just got the monochromatic months collab to do. And the one person, she doesn't have her name on her IG profile. But I think, hey, Bug Bomb, how are you? Hello and welcome. This eye still wants to tear because it's still trying to wake up. Dang it. So, what was I saying? Always good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, or to read that, I should say. And so this one person, what is her name on Fed? Why am I putting eye primer on? I need to set the face and all of that stuff. Y'all, I am just like, if y'all been here, y'all know I just be doing stuff. Oh, too much powder. This is way too much powder. And then you join Parliament. Okay. I think it's like Glitters and Stars or Stars and Glitter or something. And her looks are always really graphic too. Oh my gosh. Very creative, I should say. Not so much as graphic, but very creative. And a lot of her stuff is like full face paint and not just regular makeup, but actually like face paints. And, she uses different textures and things like that. And actually, she was the one that commented on, wow, like all this stuff that the prompt made me think about. But so she does the Creative Art with Heart and she does the monochromatic collab. And the colors for these 2 weeks is, let me put this on all messages, is, I had said tan before, but it's not. It's yellow, brown, or something else we can choose from. Beige. Tan, brown, or beige are the colors we can choose from to do a monochromatic look. And I was thinking like, okay, well, tan and beige, they want to blend into my complexion. So I'm like, that leaves me with a brown. And I could easily just do a brown smoky look. Even though for that collab too, I don't remember if I did more than just the look before, meaning like if I did like face paint type stuff. Well, not face paint with face paint, but if I did graphic stuff on my face. And so I commented to her because she did yellow and it looked really nice. And I said, I'm trying to figure out like how to bake yellow or beige, show up on my complexion. And then I said, I'll probably just do a brown smoky look. And then she commented back saying, what if I use like an orange, like a yellow base or something like that? And I'm thinking, duh, Dion, like you have, thank you, Janessa. I have all these, well, not all, but I have water activated paints. I have oil based paints. I have cream paints, and all of them have a yellow. And it didn't even dawn on me, like, yeah, just use one of those as a base. Girl. And so I commented back to her, like, I don't know why I didn't think of that, because I do have water activated paints, oil based paints, and cream paints. So that was like a duh moment, like, And so what usually happens is, Deep Level 9, what usually happens to me with the collabs is that it may take me a minute to think of, meaning a couple days. This is Deep Level 9. I just said that at 9. To think of like the type of look I want to do. And it is, now that I'm thinking about it, it is, I don't want to say surprising, because y'all know my brain likes to understand things, and y'all know I'm an analytical thinker. But the things that the prompts make me think about, and I'm like, it's only makeup. Like, why? Like, why do I go there? Because that's just how my mind goes. But and I didn't think much of it until that person commented that. And as I said, Leah always does really comment, like, oh my gosh, thank you for your, she doesn't call it commentary. She's like, thank you for your words and the things that you said, and blah blah blah. And I see in your look, like, what you're saying in the commentary. Well, other than that, I didn't think much of it until that other person said it. And it's just because my brain just works that way. So it's not a thing for me to be like, oh my gosh, why did I think of all of that? You know what I mean? I had somebody comment on one of my videos before, because I was saying something about something, because I'm always saying something about something. And she had said if she thought the way I did, like, she would be exhausted because it's just too much. And I commented back saying, if I didn't think the way I did, that would be exhausting for me, because this is just how my mind works. So for me to not analyze or not critique or not try to understand things as much as I do, that would take me effort to just be like, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my reply to her, is that it's the way my mind works. I don't do it on purpose. It just does what it does. But I do understand, this is medium level 7. I do understand how, for people who are not analytical, critical thinkers, that it would be like, girl, it is not that deep. And really it's not, but my mind just works that way. So that was that. We're going to do Lavender Blonde and Pomelo Peach, which seemed like they wouldn't go together, but I used these together the other day. I feel like I did. How are y'all doing tonight? Pomelo Peach, Lavender Blonde. There were moments when I thought to declutter these two, as much as I love them, but I like the gradient that I get from using different color blushes. This is Lavender Blonde. I don't know if y'all can hear that creaking. And of course it just now stopped, because it's windy outside. So there's wind trapped in the attic space. So it sounds like the floorboards are creaking. She is so cute. Those trolls are cute, whether or not we have on makeup. So now we're going to take Pomelo Peach. I didn't expect to see you, Janet, and then I did, because I thought you were going to be in the air, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think she would travel late because of her schedule. And like, even when you're busy, you're here. Like the other night, you were like, oh, I didn't hear you, I'm at a restaurant. I'm like, she's at dinner and she's still in my life. And so when I thought about that, I said, yeah, she'll still be here even if she's busy. Because we are a multitasking bunch. But I do appreciate that. But Janet, I want you to not feel, and I don't know if you do or not, but I don't want you to feel obligated. I know you're one of my moderators, and I know you do support my channel. Like, there is no doubt about that at all. But if there's something else going on, like, it's okay. Oh goodness, are you home though, or are you still? Wow, sorry to hear that. And for Janessa, she's in rehearsals this week. I think it's still rehearsals, or is the show on? But she'll tell me, you know, I have rehearsals. Because when I scheduled these lives, she had told me, "Oh, you're home. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're home." And y'all noticed I used different brushes today, and I just didn't use that crack leaning Scott brush for all the powders except for the setting powder. She had told me ahead of time. She says I won't be able to be there because of the rehearsals or whatever. And even when she's at work, every live stream, y'all, aside from her rehearsals and things like that, she's at work. Every live stream, she's at work, and she'll always say that, or she'll be like, "Oh, I'm at work. I won't be able to comment much. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Do not apologize," because it's like life doesn't stop just because you know I'm doing a live stream, and so I hope you don't ever feel like obligated. When did I start putting? Y'all know I do not highlight my nose. So I'm glad you made it there safely. I'm gonna use this brush. I'm getting rid of this lethal brush. This was in my travel brush kit thing, but I took it out and I put the Sigma one in there instead because it has black bristles. Because as you can see, it did stain some, and I don't like that. But I find that even though this works really well for the Hourglass compacts, so does this one. This one says 100 powder brush. This one, which is tapered and thinner, this is just like a puff, which is really nice and very soft. This one is the 105 bronzer brush, but I use this one for all over powder. So this one, you know what? Don't tell her, but I might just send this to Tanya. I'm gonna wash it again since I'm touching it, because she likes big puffy brushes. Yeah, let me put that in the kitchen and wash again. I'm gonna send that to her. And so I use this, and so for that to just be a powder brush, but then so is this one. So it's a monstrosity too. But I never use it. And so when I put the Sigma one in my kit, I mean not my kit, my travel case, that one didn't fit. And so I'm like, well, and I'd rather use that one because it has luminous light. And so you see how this just fits in here like quite nicely. Sorry for those glares. And so I'll just take that one out. And it does stain very easily because just tapping it into this powder, like, but this is so soft. So I'm gonna send her the puffy one, the powder brush. And I thought even for bronzer, this is a bronzer brush. This is huge. Like even though I do put bronzer this whole area, it's not with that. I use this today for bronzer. Usually I use this one for bronzer. And so for this to be a bronzer brush, like this sucker's huge. But I like it. This is from Hourglass, one of their singles, and it's called Ambient Lighting Powder, and the shade is Luminous Light, and it's described as a champagne pearl. It does have a sheen to it, and I like mood light as well, and so I do put this under my eyes. Dim light I do not put under my eyes because of the undertone of it. It makes my under eye discoloration look a little bit darker, and we don't want it to look darker. It's okay the way it naturally is. But is YouTube kicking people out? Oh shoot, the numbers are wavering drastically. I hope it's not kicking people out. I want to put this on City Beauty Lip Oil. Usually I do that first because I was drinking. I didn't want to have, like, grease all over my, not grease, but oil all over. So we're going to go in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Not my personal favorite, but I like this in my kit because I can just blend right away. Whereas with the Fenty, I cannot because it is tacky for me. But I accidentally double dipped working on a client. And I knew I was cool with the person, so I wasn't skittish about just keeping it for me. And they don't wear makeup often, or I would have just been like, keep it. And I've done that before with travel size mascaras. I'm like, well, just keep it. It was my fault. But, so I said, I'll use this one. And the PAO for this is only 6 months. The Fenty is 12. And usually primers are 12. Eye primers. Hope it's not kick. Okay, people, the number is fluctuating again, so I'm guessing it's not kicking people out. Then we're going to take groundwork. I do find that shadows do adhere well with the Urban Decay, but it's not tacky for me. And so yesterday is when I started putting groundwork on top of the primer like I do for the Fenty primer. And it did seem to cause the shadows to grip. Whereas with the Urban Decay one, it doesn't. And even though it grips with the Fenty, like it's just like another layer of just stick-to-itiveness. Did I make up that word? How do you spell that? But I do like it. I do. And y'all like, of course you like it. That's why you keep doing it, girl. I know. I know. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing a black look. Okay, so into this palette, I have, the first thing I did, I put a, hi, my name is Dion, I'm a label whore. Put a label here when I opened it and when the PAO is, and this does have a 24-month PAO. This is good. So I opened it March 17th last year. So the PAO is March 17th, 2027. And then these are the shadow names and the descriptions. And I'm probably not going to even tell you what the names are because it's in cursive and it's very tiny font. So it was like, what are you? What are you? So we're just going to keep it rolling. And of course, if you like the look or if you like this color story, just dupe it out for stuff that you have. If you have a bone color, a tan color, a light gray metallic, a darker gray metallic, a green gray matte, pinky peach metallic, purple metallic, red metallic, black metallic, black matte, red matte, charcoal gray matte. You can recreate looks that I'm doing with this palette. We are, I want to, my first instinct was to put this for inner corner, but I don't want to do that because that is usually what I do, I feel like, with this palette. Because usually I do go dark, light to dark, inward, outward. I did do a look, my fourth anti-Valentine's Day look, it is a video, and I started from inward, outward, dark to light. And I think it was with the 669 dupe palette. Y'all, that look. And I didn't think until after the fact that can be one of my anti-Valentine's Day looks. Because the other three are live streams, but that's a video. I don't know what I was thinking about. Do I usually know what I'm thinking about? I think we're going to take this gray. Because I don't think I've used this for inner corner before. I was really excited for this palette because of the color story. It just disappointed me that these two look the same on me and the two blacks look the same on me. Because swatching them, when I saw their swatches, they did look different. When I swatched on my forehead or wherever on my face, I was like, okay, these look very similar. But when I put them on my eyelid, I'm like, these are the same colors. And Circle Loco is like that too. The two oranges, there's a shimmer and there's a metallic orange. I got an itch. And they look exactly the same on me. I got an itch, so I just poke because I don't want to swipe the makeup. So do I want to do red after this or the purple? I think I want to do purple. This is anti-Valentine's Day. I think I'm going to do the purple. And then just to be funky in a good way, put the red next to the purple. You know what I'm saying? Because people, usually, even for me, I was going to say usually people, but even for me, I just do like light to dark and I don't kind of mix up that much. Hey, Princess Sarah. How are you? We're going to put this here. Oh, I love the formula of these shades in here. Like, these are just very smooth, very easy to work with. Oh my gosh. Not messy. Because y'all know I do not like dealing with messy shadows. Which is not the end of the world, but it's just being more careful so that I don't end up with a lot of fallout. But this palette, it's so pretty. So much better, thank you. That is good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, so Sarah's back, y'all. My fellow sister in arms. We're both disabled veterans. I think I do want to put just a little bit of the red next to this because I know I just like doing stuff different. We are touching down where the gray is and then going this way. So this is how we're blending this without. Ooh, look at that. So I don't know if you can see a difference between how this is blended and this is not. But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take some more of the purple, bring that out a little bit further. I love the formula in this palette. The formulas do vary. They do hand make. They're notoriously morbid shadows. If you're buying something from the Spellcast Beauty site, those are not handmade. And so with the notoriously morbid side, there is differences. Even with the metallics, the formula may be different than the metallics in here. So it's a learning curve with each of their palettes, which is okay. That is pretty, I think. That's so cute. I'm not tripping. We're gonna take this metallic red, and we're gonna, and this is bold. Oh. And you could do a traditional Valentine's Day look with this. Use this shade and use the reds, and then maybe the smoke gray for outer corner. I didn't do inner rims, and I do have 2 eyeliners out for that. But then y'all saw me getting ready to prime my eye before I even powdered the face. I woke up feeling so good that it's like I don't know what to do with myself. Don't know what to do. Because I was so excited. I woke up like, wow, I feel good. I was just so excited. And then I'm like, damn, I really don't feel well rested often. Like if I'm excited when I do feel well rested, you know what I mean? I was just like, this is new. It doesn't happen often. Why not tilt my mirror instead of keep tilting my nose? I mean, tilting my face. I like this look. It is funky in a good way. I like doing color placement combinations that I think most people wouldn't. But somebody somewhere would, because I was telling y'all about a couple of the people on Instagram that I watch. We're not gonna pause yet and do interims. Do I want to take the metallic black? Let's take the metallic black. I said I pick up the brush that had the red on it because I was looking at the space between here and here and the space between here and here. Now I'm gonna take the metallic black. Do I wanna? Yeah, let's take the metallic black. And there's a little bit of tap off, but not much. Y'all, this black. This black, it don't take much. This is, man, this black is a nice black. It ain't no joke. Not at all. I'm talking softer, like, hey, pay attention and don't mess up. Whew. I'm sure Grace is multitasking somewhere. When I signed on, she had already put, hi everybody. I wasn't even here yet. But it encouraged me, it encourages me. Green leaning to you? I see it, like right in this area, yeah. It does. And that is Lady Lalage. Actually, it says buttery dark satin charcoal. That's what the shade description for this one is. No, wait. I came over here, right? What did I do? What did I dip in here? Instead of over here? I think this is this the one I was using, y'all? Somebody help me. I'm looking at the brush now, like, I think so. I'm talking about how black it is. Yeah, what did you do? Say, hey, Justin. Is that the? I think so, because okay, because I was like right here. I think I would have felt different if I would have came over here. What? Damn. Y'all that been here, y'all know. Damn. And the reason I second guessed it, Janet, is because to me, I always thought that it was gray, even though to my eye, yeah, I was just I've always said this has a green base to it. And so when I looked at the description, this says, this is Rowena. It says green toned medium gray matte. And I'm like, okay, because I knew my eye was seeing green, even though like my brain was saying it's not green. So it would make sense that this has a greenish hint to it, even though it's not described as that. Buttery dark satin charcoal. And this is Morella dark matte gray. But to me, this looks more like a charcoal color. I don't know. Almost brownish. But damn. Like what did I do? Like I don't know what I did, but I like it. Like let's take this black. It ain't even that shade. Oh goodness. I don't know what I was thinking about. I'm liking the shape. Is this a freckle? Yeah, it's a freckle. Y'all would think I know my face by now. So this is our shape. This is what we got. I think I do want to put a shade here, but everything is dark. And this is a metallic. Doesn't mean we can't do it. Let's do it. Does a great color look for you? And the palette doesn't appear that colorful. Yeah, it doesn't. This is inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. This palette, and so that's why it's so dark and cryptic. We might take, which most people wouldn't, because this is a whatever shimmer. This is Eleanor Satin Gold Shimmer. Did I tap in here? No, I tapped in here, y'all. Because I'm looking at the brush, and I'm like, that's this shade. And that one is the bride. Carnation pink with gold sheen shimmer. Yo, I am just all over the place. You would think this was like a 50-pan palette the way I'm getting mixed up with the colors. Buttery dark, you say. That's what they say. That's what they say. Because I'm looking up here at the shade name and how they described it. Most people wouldn't put a shimmer in their transition area. But we trolls. We are not most people. So we're going to put that there. Yeah, I'm just all over the place today. This is so funny to me. I think I was in the zone yesterday too, because we did that whole video starting from brows in just a little over an hour. I do like that kind of. The combination is pretty. Thank you, Sarah. When I first did this palette, well, used it, I think I did these two columns as a look, and then these two as a look, and then these two as a look, I think. But then I'm thinking not, because this is only red and black. So like, what would that have looked like? Red and black. That's what it would have looked like. But I do think this is the most different, because we have the gray, the purple, then the red, and then whatever that is over here in the corner. This is a fun palette, but it does require doing different color combinations. Well, not different, but like unusual. Because otherwise, it's going to be the same. I think we're going to leave this like this. Take a little bit more of that. I want to blend this over here a little bit. And I usually don't use a shade to blend another shade. I'm hungry. I drank that 8 ounces of Boathouse Farms, and now I'm actually hungry. Like, I want food. I like this. I do like that. The brush that had this non-black shade on here, because I see a gap right there. I did see a gap. Now it's gone. It does look green. You're right, Janet. It really does. Look like you have a green base to it. We're going to feather this over using the tip of the brush. Just going to feather it over a little bit. What color for upper lash line? I still need to do inner rims and lower lash line. So I'm just feathering it over just to blend a little bit. Thank you for the hearts. Aww, y'all so sweet. Oh, so sweet. My to-do list is still looking crazy, y'all, because I've just been chilling the last couple of days. And it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this on. What I was thinking to do too, excuse me for smacking, was putting this on lower lash line, and for mascara, using the Beyond mascara, which is black, and then putting the white maybe like on the second half of lashes over the black. So I don't know where that thought came from, but we're gonna try it. This one is Stay the Night. So we're gonna put this on our inner realms. This is from MAC. And I've been hearing a lot of talk about Valentine's Day plans, and then also birthday plans, and y'all know how I feel about stuff like that, because a lot of people are like, it's my birthday, so I'm going to splurge. And y'all know how I feel about that, right? I'm like, don't splurge because it's your birthday. Just splurge because you love you. And you just want to, do something for yourself. So it's because in my mind, it doesn't need to be a special day for you to celebrate yourself or to do something nice for yourself. You know what I mean? And I do think it's a childhood thing because, oh, it's your birthday. You're such a big boy now. You're such a big girl now. And then your parents throw you a party, and all the kids on the block that don't like you show up because their parents make them show up. So I do understand, but I think most people don't think about it. And because we're raised, it's your birthday. This is your special day. Us trolls are special every day. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't annoy me anymore because, once I thought about like, why is this a thing? It's from history because we were raised that way. Hey, Tanya. But I still just be like, why you just want to splurge because it's your birthday this month? Or, you and your spouse are going to have date night because it's Valentine's Day. Just have date night. Like, why wait for a special day? But that's just me. Because y'all know if I want something, I'm going to get it unless I want to know why. Unless I want to know why. Hey, Dawn. Did I just say hi to you, Dawn? Who? I missed somebody. I'm seeing somebody ask. And I thought it was like ask a question. I didn't think it was a person. Is there somebody in here by that name? Did I miss somebody? I'm all the way at the top. No. Seriously, yep, I finally started doing something for myself whenever I want, and I don't feel good about it. That's right, girl. Because that's how we roll over here at the Crazy Troll Nation. Right. Just doing it just because you want to. You want something for yourself? Get it. Yo, I had a moment. This sounds a race fault. No, it's not, because I didn't have to give into it. There's a gap right here, but we're going to fix that with... Where's that brush? Sun's already posted on her, because I know she be posting all the sales. Marc Jacobs tote bag. And it had, it was black and had a red kiss look on it. Like a lip kiss. And I'm like, damn, that bag is cute. And I had a moment, y'all. I went to the website. I'm on nobody. So even though it's not for bags, I was just like, because I wanted to see the prices. It was like $178. And so I'm looking at other bags because how often would I use a black tote bag that got red kissy lips on it? So I was like, would I really use that? And then I thought about, oh, hey, Eden, how are you? She's our international troll. I keep telling y'all, Crazy Troll Nation is worldwide. I keep telling y'all that. She's over in New Zealand. This eye is tearing horribly. Um, so maybe we're just gonna put this out here too, since that's where we're gonna do the white lashes. Going into the site to see the price. It was like $178. And they have a small tote, medium tote, and a large tote. And I'm like, so I saw another one I like. It's black. And what I like is that it had a wide strap. I need wide straps because I'll be packing a bag and my shits be heavy. So them thin straps, they start to fray too quickly for me, but it's because the bag is heavy. So it's like pulling down the straps on the fibers. And so I was like, damn, I like this bag. And so I measured my Coach tote, the Peanuts one, and it's like 1 inch difference than the medium one. Was it medium or small? Medium for Marc Jacobs. And then I said, okay, listen, Dion, I was talking to myself. I said, girl, you need to calm the hell down because you seldom use your Coach Peanuts tote. So what makes you think you're going to use this tote? And the Marc Jacobs one has a zipper. And y'all know I like zippers because I be dropping stuff. And if I drop it, nothing will fall out. So it has a full zipper closure where the Coach one, it just has like this little snap thing. Just across the middle, that's it. And so I was looking at it like, damn. And the strap is long enough to use it as a crossover. And it still has handles just like my Coach Peanuts one does. But I'm like, girl, yeah, I be sitting down talking to myself. I'm like, girl, how often do you even use your Coach totes, your Coach Peanut totes? So you definitely need a bag system. And I'm like, so what I decided was, and also I was like, girl, your electric bill has been $280. You don't need to buy a $178 bag. You better pay that bill. And I do pay my bills. But I was just like, is that a wise use of money to get a bag when I don't use the tote that I have that often and my electric bill is $200 some? So I was really just going through here. And so what I told myself, Tanya, was I said, I'm gonna start using my tote bag more. My Coach Peanuts tote. And I'm not into peanuts, but I saw it in the store. It was so pretty. And it was at the Coach outlet, so it was like $110. And I'm like, damn, because it cost like almost four something. So I was like, fuck. And so the guy at the store, he was so funny. Because I'm standing there looking at it. He was an employee. So he walks over and he takes the bag off the shelf and hands it to me and just walk by. And I'm just like, nigga. Like you are. I'm looking at him. I said, you are not helping. So now I'm holding this bag. Hey, skinny queen. I was just like, and then so I'm looking at it, and then he walked by again, and he took it out of my hands, and then he like took the strap and he put it on me like a crossbody style. I'm like, why is this dude like setting me up with this bag? Yo, I was in front of that bag a good 15 minutes. And then at one point, he was standing there and he was looking at me. He said, that looks really good on you. I said, well, you just put it on me like this. And he was like, you going to get that bag. He said, that bag is you. And I'm just like, damn. But I was standing there a good 15 minutes looking at that bag. But I'm like, this dude was just like, here. And I did end up buying it. So I told myself, so does Dion have the bag or what? No, I didn't order it. Because what I told myself was, I said, I'm going to start using my Coach Peanuts tote bag. And if I am enjoying using that one, and I do start using it more often, then maybe in a couple months, I'll get the Marc Jacobs one. And the Marc Jacobs one ain't on sale either. So I'm just like, And so that's what I told myself. If I do get it, y'all will know because I will tell y'all. But I said, you know what? I'm going to just chill. I'm like, And so on Monday when I had my appointments at the VA hospital, I did take my Peanuts bag, my Coach Peanuts tote bag. And yeah, so if I use that on a regular basis and I like using it on a regular basis, and it wasn't really a reason I didn't, but because usually I don't take a bag at all. I just be stuffing stuff in my pockets and whatever jacket I'm wearing, just put stuff in the pockets. I actually don't like carrying purses. And that's why I like crossovers, because you can just put it on and my hands are free. I grew up in inner city, so your hands got to be free. Or like a backpack type bag. I like this. No, I don't want to do white for an upper lash line. Yeah, I always did prefer crossovers, um, or the backpack ones. What are we gonna do for upper lash line? Let's do lower lash line while we're here. I'm tripping. We're gonna do the shimmer black. We're gonna do the shimmer black on first half of lower lash line. So we're really gonna do this one this time. And for outer lower lash line, we're actually gonna take this shade. Or we could do, I think we're gonna do this one just to be different. So this shimmer black, what do you call it? Lenore? Semi matte black with rainbow sparkles. Y'all see the sparkles, but it don't show up like that when I put it on my lid. Y'all, this is a nice black. And I kept saying the other one was a nice black, and that wasn't even a black. That was a gray. But y'all saw how dark that showed up. That's your money's worth, skinny. Dion, you're going to be shocked you have another request. Okay, what is it? And I'll write it down. I did check my tab yesterday because Michelle had said she had posted the picture. I went back 3 weeks and I didn't see it. And so I messaged her on Instagram telling her I went back 3 weeks and I didn't see it. And she did say her internet was acting up for a while. So she said she would repost it, such and such. I said, no rush. It's only $2.99, Tanya. It ain't like it's a Marc Jacobs bag. Yeah, that sucker was $178. And I'm like, you don't use the tote when you got, and your electric bill was like between $250 and $280. So I'm like, do you really need a tote bag when you don't use the one that you got? So I was really just like, you know what, Dion, you're right. So I had a full conversation with myself. I have another appointment at the VA hospital later this month. And so I'm like, am I going to get that Jamaican food again? Oh my God. What is that symbol in front of your comments, Skinny Queen? And then we're going to take this one. This eye is tearing upward. I can feel it. This one right here. So we're just going to pat that down. It doesn't look like it, though. Like it's not separating the shadow yet, but I can feel it. We're only patting this side because we did the other side. We're going to take this shade. This is, oh gosh. The hell? What does that say? I don't know what this is. This is Eleonora. This one is Lenore. Eleonora is satin gold shimmer. So we're going to take some of that. And we're going to put this on top of the white. So that's that. And yet we're going to take it out underneath like we usually do. And what is your request, Skinny Queen? I think we're good for time today too. I think because I'm rested that I'm just like, just moving and not just being delayed. This isn't showing up too much, but that is okay. So I want to see you do a Medusa inspired look with your own troll twist, your choice of lip color, but the main color story being deep greens and black and stone gray with dark green liner, if you have one. I know I have a green liner, lethal water activated. As far as Inglot, I have this green. And so I'll look up a picture. I'm gonna write that down when I finish this right here. That'll be fun. I haven't done a Medusa look. I'll Google Medusa looks. And I like that you say with a troll twist, because then I don't feel like, oh my gosh, like this does not look like the picture. And I do think for the most part, most of my looks, you can see the inspiration, but it's still like, okay, you did your own thing. Versus like, okay, that don't look shit like the picture. Like, what are you doing? Now I need a snake wig. Feel free to send me one. Because y'all know I ain't buying no wigs. And I did look online for wigs on Amazon. From when Janessa sent me that wig. I saw the prices. Like in the reviews, like some people were like, oh, it's good for a one-time use if you're going to a party. I'm like, shit, if I buy a wig, it better last me more than one time. The hell? So today's date is, what's today's date? The 5th, right? Skinny Queen. I'm writing this down. That green is actually what you, okay. So I'll write that right now. Inglot green liner. What number is that? As if I have more than one green inglot liner. This number is number 86. Don't let the cracks fool you. These things still be creamy. What did I say? 86? Who forgets things as fast as me? Probably nobody. Medusa inspired. Medusa inspired. Medusa inspired with troll twist. Well, the inspired is the twist. Like if you even said do a Medusa look, then it's like, well, damn. Deep greens. Deep greens and black and stone gray. What? And stone gray. This is making me think of that dragon look that I did when I had all the lines and the scales and stuff. That was a fun look. Actually, all of my troll play looks was fun looks. Okay, so I wrote down Inglot green liner, number 86, Medusa inspired with troll twist, deep greens and black and stone gray. Yeah. Excuse Bruce. So let's do our, what do we do? Excuse me, upper lash line liner. You're welcome in advance. I just know you're going to have so much fun doing look, especially with your shoulders added to it to spice it up. Yeah. Yeah. Upper lash line, what do I want to do? I kind of want to do the white, but this gets away from me. This is so freaking creamy. But that would definitely be Anti-Valentine's Day. This is our first Anti-Valentine's Day look. Where's that brush? This gray, I was going to say black, is coming over further than this one. I'm not adding anything onto the brush. It's just whatever's in here. Yeah, see that? This is why I don't mind not color switching, because I go back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do want to use this white. Damn it. This is just so creamy. It gets away from me like very easily. And the white is number 76. This eye is tearing, so we're going to start over here. Thank you, Skinny Queen. I am going lightly with this brush because this is the creamiest of all my Inglot liners. The first time I used it, it just, I was like, oh shit. Then when it dries, it dries. So it's like, just roll with it because it ain't gonna move. What you have for dinner, Tanya? I didn't eat yet. I'm gonna have rice with chili, I think. You have to be careful with this one because this will run away. Using the color, we shall not speak that phrase here. That was one of the silliest. Yeah, I think that tops for the silliest. Because when they did that mocha mousse, I'm like, what the fuck is that? boring ass brown. And what took me out was a lot of brown people were doing mocha mousse looks. I'm like, can't see the color on you, boo. And then you come out with a billowy puff of smoke white shade for the color of the year. It ain't even the damn colors. Because if you see the one that they posted, it looks like a puff of smoke. And this is what I need to do with this. I need to just go slow and make sure I'm just using the tip of the brush because it will run away from me. I like that. Yeah, we're not going to say that phrase here, Tanya, because that is just like a billowy white. What the fuck? I had Bob Evans. I haven't eaten it. Oh, and this one down the street, I haven't eaten it probably in like, damn, maybe like 9 years, maybe? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Alexandria. Bob Evans, lemon garlic chicken, mashed taters, green beans, corn, and a side salad, and berry bliss lemonade. I have a holy cow for dessert, chocolate cake and ice cream. I've been craving chocolate cake, y'all, for like a week. I've been craving chocolate for at least a week. Oh, hey, Charlene. Don't do a look that uses shades that match your skin color, girl. Say it again, Skinny Queen. I saw so many brown people doing mocha mousse shadow looks. I knew not even do that look. And I'm lighter than mocha mousse. But I'm just like, are y'all serious? But that was the trend, right? The color of the year. So if you, I mean, it was like a lot of them too. Other ethnicities, like, yeah, you could see it. But if you brown, like, are you serious, girl? And they was doing it. And y'all know I don't be doing the trends. I'm just like, just do what you want to do. And they say, you know, follow the trends. You know, your channel will grow faster. But y'all know, how do I say it? I don't chase views. I'm not going to do something just because to do something to get views. Because then it's work. I want makeup to stay fun. And just do what I want to do. And that's why I appreciate y'all being here. Because y'all know we just be doing stuff. We just be doing stuff. I'm putting a little bit at a time on this brush, and I am just tapping the tip in it. Because this right here. You know, I just had a thought, like, should I do a white, like, right there? But for that, I could do this. I thought you said brown people, not brown people. I probably did, Janet. Because, Janet, you know I be saying stuff. I probably did. I would not put it, I'm going to just do it over here. I would not put it past myself to have said brown people. You're just going to do that like that. That's cute. They in different places. This one's down here. Maybe we're going to leave it. Because this white ain't no joke. This white ain't no joke. You're about to mess up the look, girl. I had to get quiet for that one. Girl, just go all the way across your brow. No. I saw a light-skinned girl try to do the mocha mousse look, and they just ended up looking like they had bad contour skill. People was trying it. I was like, nah. So we're going to do the Beyond Mascara. I said, baby, no, that's not it. And some people, they was just looking muddy. I'm like, what are you? Because they were doing a full face of the mocha mousse. The eyeshadow, using their bronzer for blush because of the color of it. I'm just like, y'all know how we do. But I was like, that don't even look like anything. Just say you're doing a no makeup look because that's what it looks like because you can't see the eyelid colors. What is happening? This eye is tearing downward. I just noticed that. Y'all see that? I felt it tearing upward, so now I guess, well, apparently it's tearing downward too. It's just dragging my eyeshadow. You like brown sis doing? I'm about to do a mocha lip now. Favorite Pantone color was the magenta one. This was the one that had that dark shade on it. We're just gonna blow that out so that way it doesn't look like it was tearing. So we're gonna do this side just because we did the other side. So we're just bringing that down, whatever color's left in the brush, which it isn't much. So that's how you fix that. Just so it doesn't look like it was just hanging out. Alright. The upper lash line. I like this mascara. I think the more I use it, the more I like it. And we know the formula does change a little bit with mascaras because each time you open it, like air gets in there. But this one, I'm liking it more and more. Radiant Orchid, good one. I heard they're trying to do makeup looks that look like you have a bad sunburn, and honestly, I don't get. That's not even new. Years ago, they were doing that, making it look like they were sunburned. And I'm like, why do you want to look like you're sunburned? Because it was a trend where, like, just this area of your face looked like it was sunburned. Why? I couldn't figure that one out. As much as I think about things, there's just some things I just don't understand. And people were doing it. Why you want to look like you were sunburned? It's the middle of winter. We know you wasn't out in the sun. 2018 Ultra. I just put all the colors of the year. Did you just look them up, Tanya, or did you remember? I know I wouldn't have remembered. I don't even remember what shadow I used. Like, oh, let's use this black one. It was like a gray green. But it is a nice charcoal green something type of look. So we are going to use the White Lethal mascara. I really like this look. I have some lashes that's trying to have an exclusive party. We don't do that here. We all get along. So no, you're not going to segregate. I like this mascara. Because what do you mean skin cancer is cute? Newsflash, no. Oh, you looked them up, says Tanya. Next year will be fuchsia. Is that your guess? Tanya, that doing is asking you. Excuse me. I'm building this side up to try to get them to show as much as this side does. I do like this mascara though. These lashes are shorter. I know y'all used to me saying that because I want to use the White Lethal. It's called Capacity. And I passed the PAO on this too. The PAO was July 24th. The PAO for this was only 6 months. I'm like, what the hell you say? But it doesn't irritate. And we're only going to put this right here. Is it going to show up? No. And also we have that light color underneath my lower lash line in that area. I still need to show y'all how to make a mascara color. And that's on my to-do list of videos. It's not showing up. Hey, Young, how are you? They should choose two. Who's Nana? Did I miss somebody? I never will see Titanic. I like the second half. The first half was just so damn slow and boring. I'm just like, okay, let's get to the people. Let's get to the boat capsizing. I only want to put this on the second half because it's not showing up on the bottom. Second half. Are you done? It feels like it's still coming off on the brush. Young being disrespectful. What are y'all talking about? She says, how you doing, Nana? How is that disrespectful? Or am I missing something? Because some people call their grandparents, well, their grandmother, Nana. So to me, that's like a term of endearment. But how is that being disrespectful? Dawn. Am I missing something? Because I do really want to know how is that being disrespectful. We're going to leave this like this. Do the lip and we'll be done. Your year doesn't have a color. I don't know what y'all talking about. Sometimes I don't even know what I be talking about. I did say we were going to do a black lip, didn't I? Or are you his grandmother? You think it was meant to be rude? But who was that person even talking to? How you doing, Nana? I still. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Dawn, but I'm not making that connection. We weren't included. Yeah, I don't know, Dawn. I don't know. I think we just used this the other. Did we? We used this when we did the creative art with our collab look. So do I want to use something else? Yeah, I missed that whole boat. I have used this recently too. Let me get the glares off of there. We've used this recently too. Yeah, you can tell the ones I like the most, the ones we used recently. That's green. We're gonna use this one. We're being way different. Anti-Valentine's Day. Let's just go way out the box. Mocha mousse, anyone? All right, let's put this lippy on. This the unseen one? Nope. Super red wine. No, it ain't super nothing. Yeah, it is. Red wine supernova. I feel like I used all of these recently. We're gonna put this one on. This one is Raven's Mirage from Notoriously Morbid. I'm gonna put this on, y'all, and this look will be done. We are good for time again. Now, when I'm rested, we be moving. Tanya, how about doing a look on what your ideal color of the year is? I don't know if y'all saw Janessa's video live stream, but that's what she did. She declared her own color of the year, and she encouraged us to either, and she had chose electric purple, and she had got the code from the hex thing or whatever. And do I want to line my lips in black? Yeah. So she encouraged us to, and she did tag some people in that one. And she encouraged us to either do her color of the year or come up with our own color of the year. And so that's what I doubled Skinny's look from yesterday as. Since it looked purple, even though we used pinks and reds. And you can post your look on her, excuse me, on Janessa's community tab. But yeah, I do recommend y'all do that. Somebody else I never heard of had posted a video of her color of the year on Janessa's tab. And Janessa even gave hashtags. I'm like, she's serious. But yeah, I do encourage y'all to do that. YouTube done lied to me. They said I had enough gems to send a gift. So I go to send a Harry. A Harry? What's a Harry? And guess what? I have one fucking gem. My color of the year is Barbie pink. Then again, that's always my color system. If they ever release my Call the Siren palette. Send a gift, not a Harry. How okay, Skinny Queen, how does how does it autocorrect the word gem into the word Harry? How did it, that don't, are you making stuff up? Because that don't even sound right. That ain't that ain't nothing like that word. Yeah, Dion, line your lips and then cover up the lip line with the liquid lipstick. How does it autocorrect gift into the word Harry? We are a funny bunch, for sure. See how special autocorrect. It was me rage typing. Leave me alone, Dion. Rage typing? Because you was mad that you didn't have enough whatchamajiggas. Yeah, I understand that. Because I told you did, and then you had to do it, and it's like, you don't, psych. It ain't April 1st. Like, why are you messing with me like that? I get it. I understand. This easily covered up the lip line up top, that black. And down here it doesn't. So I'm using the tip of the brush to line my lips, which is what I usually do, which is why I don't usually line my lips with a liner when I do liquid lipstick. I do see the shimmers in this in person, and usually I don't. Something I seldom do. So it does have sparkles in it. There's like some pink sparkles. Why it ain't even showing up on my hand? I done did all that. You made me into a liar. Freaking lipstick. Let me wipe that off before it dries. Are you dry yet? Nope. Almost. I make things harder for myself. I got my solo order sitting like right here. Because what you do mean, I only have one. Yeah, and told you I had enough and then say that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I be forgetting about them things when I be watching lives. I can send gifts and stuff. Grace be on it. She be sending me makeup brushes, all sorts of stuff. Floating hearts. All right, y'all, this is the look. My first anti-Valentine's Day look, and I am digging it. This is definitely different. I like it. You don't know how to find them. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're... Skinny Queen, where is it? Thank you, y'all, for the thumbs up. Where are the gift things? Is it at the top of the screen? Like, how? What do you see? So that you can tell Tanya, so she can find where they are. And I do remember seeing them when I was watching somebody else's live, but then I forgot to send one, and I can't remember right now. Thank you, Sarah. And I can't remember now, like where on the screen it is. Is it somewhere with the super chat? Because I know that's at the top somewhere. 10 months. Whoop, whoop. Tanya, thank you. She's been a member 10 months. On your phone, press the gift icon by your message. By the chat box. Oh. Oh, it's on the phone, says Tanya. Excuse me. Tanya been a member 10 months. Oh, hey. You sitting on your laptop. Okay, now y'all competing. Why you do that, Dawn? Let her have her 10 months. But yes, there's a Christmas present next to the comment box. I'm trying to remember. On laptop, not sure. It says Dawn. 21 months, Dawn. Let Tanya have her moment. You are still number one in everything. All right, y'all, we are going to go. I do like this look. It is definitely anti-Valentines. We do have what looks like, even though it's kind of greenish, but the gray and the red, but we did mix it up. So we have a shimmer, a metallic gray, purple, red, and then this gray, green, matte. We did our little graphic lines, just a few. The white mascara is not really showing up much on it. On the outside, I can see it up here. But like when I turn, I don't. It didn't show up down here at all. And I don't know if it was because I did a light for lower lash line or not. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we are going to go. We'll be back here tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night is the 1930s look. Y'all just feel good, and our time has been really good. And I'm sure it's because I'm more awake than I usually am. But so we're going. I like this. I'm going to take pictures and do a short and post that. Yeah. So we are going to go. Thank you, y'all, for being here. But what gift you supposed to send for one gem? I know they got you on that one, Skinny Queen. That was so rude. They were so rude to you. But we're gonna go. Replay crew, thank you. You rock. Those who missed the beginning and circle back, I appreciate y'all too. We can talk about the snow park and wars. Y'all, them people crazy. I get it though, because you shovel that out and somebody else zoom into your spot. I'm being handicapped. I'm the only handicapped one in my building, and there's 2 handicap spots. Park it them right in the middle. Yeah, I do. All right, yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you so much. What is that symbol in front of your comment, Tanya? That was in front of somebody else's, and I was like, what is that? I can't make out like what it is. All right, y'all. So tomorrow night we'll be here. I do think it's the 1920s look. Thank you, Charlene. I appreciate you being here too. So we're going to go, y'all. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. And you guys will see me tomorrow night.